Hi, welcome to class. We're the only two right now, but the other ones will show up eventually, right? I hate my life. I hate my life.
And Professor Sunrise Productions!
Hello class, Professor Sunrise here. Master Duel has been out for 1.5 days and I just wanted to show you a real quick Thunder Dragon deck list I prepared, and I basically only played because I have nothing else so far. I feel like this is a good meta call. The best of one format makes it so that you kind of have to be able to play go first and go second to actually win consistently. And Thunder Dragon can do both of that. It has a lot of very good meta matchups against all of these crazy combo decks, Drytron, Bird Up, running around. We can crush those going first, and we play a lot of defensive cards going second to actually get into the game, and have a good engine going second with just Titan popping the whole board and then just sit on that for a turn. With amazing follow-up, you can usually grind. We also have a decent Trap Eldritch matchup going first because we have big beat sticks. We don't really care too much about skill drain if we can stick a Titan on the board. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole meta. I feel like I've only been playing against Trap Eldritch, hard combo decks which Colossus stops, and Sky Striker because of weeps. I don't fucking know. We also stop them. So the only thing that Thunder is truly losing to is itself, because it's fucking bricky. That's the only bad thing about the deck. It breaks. Best of one, you break, you just lose. That's the problem. That's the reason why I don't think it's very good to use to ladder, but it's super fun and it's still definitely fine. And I've been doing a few missed clicks, mostly missed clicks, and also a few misplays here and there, which stopped my grind. But I feel like this can definitely push you further than Platinum. I'm currently Platinum, but I haven't played too much, just like a few hours here and there. Probably like 8 hours by now, so it's a little, but not only ladder. But let's just get into the list. So this is the list I'm using. Sadly, I cannot really order it. Actually, I don't know if I can order it, but I don't know how to order it. Maybe you can do. Let's just go card by card. For defensive cards, we have 3 draw. This seems overkill, and I'm not too 100% sure on it. This is definitely like a budget option because it's only a super rare. But with a lot of decks running around getting stopped by draw, all the combo decks, I feel like this is a fine option for going second. And it's just budget. I definitely would cut at least one of them, probably all of them if I had all the cards I wanted. 3 Maxi, also just a very strong defensive card going first or going second. Even good against all of the Trap Eldritch decks, against Sky Striker, and against everything. Maxi is just amazing. 3 Ash, it stops Maxi, it stops everything. Why wouldn't we play this? We play 1 Nib. I only have 1. I would definitely play 2. At least cut the 1 draw for it, but I currently don't have the gems for it. But Nib is just a very strong card to have something to draw into with your Maxi to actually force them to not play it. It seems weird because I don't know that we have it, but I definitely still want the one option in the main deck. So Maxi isn't just drawing me cards, it's actually drawing me disruption. 3 Torrentials. This is amazing. I started this to use this directly in the beginning when I didn't have a lot of cards, but Torrential plus Colossus on the board is so strong because you can just wipe his whole board, protect the Colossus, banish a Dark, and just plus of that while doing it. It's also very good going second. If we get into at least some sort of place, we definitely can use this. This is a super strong card. You should definitely run this, especially in the beginning if you don't know what to craft and you want to maybe save your gems. Just craft or get a Torrential. I don't know where I got this from even. It's just so strong. 1 Dynamicious might seem weird, mostly in there because I don't have anything else, but this is my main deck out to Floodgates. This is a good card going second. This is decent going first. This is a good card going second. It's a decent card. This plus Torrential is a little bit like Solemn Strike Torrential, by far not that strong, but it does a job. It's basically just a Mystic Mind main deck out, or like a Floodgate main deck out. 3 Imperm, just a basic card, there to out Colossus mainly. I have only played against 1 Thunder Dragon for now, but it's just an amazing card. This could also be Droplets. I don't know why I crafted Imperms before I crafted Droplets. Maybe I was just dumb. But yeah, this is just a very strong card. I feel like Droplets, I guess, are not as good in Thunders because we usually only have a Colossus there on the field and we don't really want to put that away. But anyways, these are the defensive cards. I think there are 17 if I'm correct. Definitely want to shave a few of those or like play better defensive cards, or maybe like put a few of the 3Rs which are not as great, for example the Droll, and then rearrange the ratios so I don't brick too much with them. Like I said, the only thing that stops this deck is I feel like bricking, because it's, in my opinion and how I see the current meta, this is very early of course, it could definitely change. I feel like this is a very good meta call because it has basically a decent matchup against everything. Decent to good. It's only really bad against Trap Eldritch, or not like good against Trap Eldritch and itself because it just bricks. But let's just get into the engine. For starters, we have 3 Aloof. This is definitely the best starter we have. This plus any Thunder is at least a Colossus. So that's pretty good. 3 Allure. It's Allure, this plus Raw or Dark. Just feels so good. 1 Gold Sark just triggers a Raw or Dark, so it's basically everything, all the cards of the Thunder engine plus the setup it gives. And 2 Desires. This can feel kind of iffy, but my thought process is that if we have plays, we get pretty much a 1-off of everything out of the deck anyway. So we get 1 Raw, we get the OGs out of the deck, we get 1 or 2 Darks, we get the Fusion, and then we Desires. And even if we hit Hawk and Duo, it's not the end of the world. We don't need those cards to win. They're nice, they're good to have a lot of tempo turn 3, but they're not necessary. So in that case, it's just a free plus, or if we don't have any plays, this is just the best next best thing we can play anyways, because there are not any more starters we could theoretically play, like good starters. I guess there's Solar, but it's, in my opinion, not really a good card, especially with Hawk at 1. So Desires is the next best thing we can play. The rest of the Thunder engine is contained of 1 Hawk. This is a searchable extender. It's pretty good. For just a lot of uses, we can extend with it, we can use Titan Pop with it, we can summon this off Raw to actually get it back into the hand, because Raw in the end phase, it puts the card you summon back into the hand, so Raw is not only an extender, it can also give you follow-up while using it, so that's a pretty nice case, and this is just super easy to make Colossus with if we have the proper extra deck. 2 Matrix, this is a normal summonable Thunder, that's pretty much it. It can also search itself and be a pop for Titan, and that's basically it. That's nothing more it does. It's just like a nice extra thing of the engine, and being a normal summonable monster is quite good, especially like turn 3 or 4. This deck doesn't really have a normal summon anymore, and then just having something to normal summon to go into link place is just very good. And the Titan Pop with it is also very good. This is like the next best thing we want to summon of Raw, if we already have access to Dark. Lastly, for the monsters, we have a Duo. This card is by far the next best thing we can play. This Surge of Fusion is so strong, banishing oftentimes a Matrix and a Dark. It gives you immediate pluses, and then we just run over something and search a Hawk, or like an OG, anything we miss. So this card turn 3, if we have a Dark in grave, Search of the Fusion just gives us everything we want for the engine, and basically makes it so that we have access to the whole engine once we have Fusion in grave and Dark in grave in turn 3. So that's a very good card, and even like I said, even if we banish it with the Desires, it doesn't matter. We can just still sit on Colossus and Titan for the rest of the game and just win off that. And lastly, we have 2 Fusions. These are mandatory, I feel like, too, because of Desires. This is a good card to draw if we have like a lot of Thunder stuff, but we don't really want a lot of Thunder stuff. Basically, we only want to draw Hawk, one of them, or one of them. So we have 6 cards which we actually want to draw next to like a Dark or a Raw. So I feel like the ratio kind of checks out. It is like kind of an extender, but not really in a sense. I don't think you could count it as this. It's just engine requirement. You don't really want to see it. It has some nice application with Dynamicious. This is the main reason I started to play this, because Dynamicious can discard this in your opponent's turn. Then you have at least some play. But I feel like the meta is so fast that a play like this is not really feasible a lot of times. For extra deck, we have the Colossus. Can I kiss him? I don't know. I don't want to kiss him. I want to kiss him, but I can't. 3 Titan. We just want to play 3 so we can not force to recycle it too early and can recycle main deck resources. 1 Land Phonicus. I played this for the budget option. It's a generic Link 2. I would, if I have the choice, play a Linkuriboh instead of it. It's somewhere here. Just play the Linkuriboh so you have the Matrix plus Hawk equals Colossus, because your normal Matrix, go into Linkuriboh, search Matrix, Hawk, summon back Matrix, and go into Colossus. That's basically all you want of the Linkuriboh. Then Cerberus and Phoenix are fine. Cerberus is not really needed, but it's a very budget option, and you should definitely craft this. Phoenix is a very good card. Witch is a decent generic Link 2. The reason you play this is because with Titan you can actually pop it in your own turn and then get back a Dark from your grave. That way you have a somewhat access into a Disruption with Titan on the next turn. So that's a pretty nice play. Some Summoner is just a Thunderlink too. There are times where you could theoretically use its effect. I haven't gotten to them yet because most of the time you will just use it so that you have a Thunder on the board, but you also want to trigger your Dark or your Matrix and still then have a Thunder on board, like I said, to go into Colossus with. So that's basically where this what this card is for. 1 Anaconda, probably the best card in the extra deck. This just activates Fusion. It's so strong. 2 Fusions also nice because you can use 1 Fusion in the first turn, and then maybe if that gets Ash, you can actually just Link Climb into an Anaconda, and then you get this access to the second Fusion, even if your place gets stopped. So that's pretty good. 1 Decode Talker. This is a budget option for Blackluster. I don't have anything else and I haven't crafted it. But Blackluster Link is very strong and thunderous. It just makes these matchups of control so much easier because a lot of control decks struggle to out this, or just in general, a lot of decks struggle to out a non-targeting, non-destruction monster. And then having a 4.5k beat stick to it once you run over something just makes it even harder to out. Or just banishing a card to push for game or something. So this is a very good card. I would definitely play it if I had the gems. Unicorn, generic staple. Borrowed Sword is pretty good to go for game. I should probably play something differently, maybe Appaloosa or Underworld Goddess, but I don't have it. Is Underworld Goddess actually Underworld Goddess is probably an ultra rare as well. Yes, probably you should play this or Appaloosa instead of the Borrowed Sword, because for game we go with access code because it's just easier to make. And the last one, this one, yeah, we don't talk about this. This is definitely an IP Masquerena to have like a generic disruption we can end on together with the Unicorn. No side deck because this is the best of one. I was confused as well. So yeah, I hope you could take something away from this list. This is definitely a quite cheap list, especially if you take these out and play like more generic stuff like traps. I definitely started out with the trap Thunder list in the beginning with like Ice Dragon's Prison, Dynamicious and stuff like that. They're quite cheap and they still perform decently well as defensive cards going first or second. And the Thunder Engine plays quite well into the meta, so definitely check this deck out. All in all, the game is pretty good. It's not that hard to get into. Gem-wise, you can just grind a little bit in the beginning and then get a cheap decor, get the staples with it, and then just grind from there. Yeah, super fun. I was not that excited for this game, but it's actually quite fun, so why not also check it out. That's pretty much it for class. Yeah, so you guys are dismissed. This has been Professor Sunrise, and we see ourselves in the next class. Have a good one.